Good morning. In today's webinar, we will go through some of the features of the 1040 Online Tax Program. The dashboard is the same as home page on the 2016 tax software. So anytime you want to go back to the home page, you just click on dashboard. On the dashboards, we have the knowledge base where you can do short searches to get instructions on tax forms, reject codes, information on tax returns that you may not understand how to fill out certain forms. You can always search within the knowledge base. Anytime you get a rejected return, you can key in the reject number into the knowledge base and it will search for the fix for that reject. So a lot of the time when you call us with a reject, we will ask you to key that reject code into the knowledge base, and we would do it on our side so that we can show you the fix, and then the next time you could search for the fix on your own. Down below that, we have links to the 1040 Online training software, a link to a training video for creating templates, training video for setting your print settings, training video for partner verification, training video for managing users, and a 2016 TWO education library. Then we will look on the right side of the page. We have links to program help, state help, the 2016 users guide, tax-wise speed test, release notes for the modules, release notes for program updates, tax-wise forms library, IRS forms and publications, e-file forms and schedules, refund cycle guidance, and state interviews. Below that, we have a link to the TaxWise blog. I always advise all tax offices to read the blog each morning prior to preparing any tax returns. See if there's anything going on with the software within the tax industry that you need to be made aware of. The next link is to the TaxWise Hot Topics. That will take you to the TaxWise Solutions Center where you can also look at more training videos and do research, tax research. The next link at the top of the page is to tax returns. You click this link. This is where you can start a new return. Over here on the right, start a new return. You can perform a return query. You get a rejected return and you don't know what's wrong with it. You click on return query. Type in the social security number and do a search. It will pull in the reject for the state or for the Fed. You click on the link to the left that says select and it will tell you the reject code, and then you can research it to see exactly what is wrong with that tax return. If you're a bank product office and you get an acknowledgement saying that you have a check to print, you click on this link, print checks. That would take you to the online check printer where you can print the checks for your clients. These links here are for accepted returns, active returns, paper returns, rejected returns, and see and create failed. What a see and create failed is when you do a tax return and you run your diagnostics on it, and if it gives you some type of error that will not give you the opportunity to create the e-file, then that's a create fail. And then a send failed is where you actually create the e-file and then you try to send it, but it fails during that process. That's a send create failed return, and that's normally some type of error in a tax return with an invalid character or something. Now we'll look at this little pinwheel here on the right. When you click it, if you have administrative rights or reviewer rights within your tax office, you click into that box and you will be able to see the returns of all of the users from that tax office. If for some reason all of the returns are not showing, they may have a filter on them, some of these different filters here, and so all you would need to do is just click clear filters, and then all of the returns will show regardless of the filter that may be on that tax return. Now, if you have the administrative rights within the tax software, and all tax office owners have the administrative rights, and then they could grant those rights to their office manager or their reviewer. You have the ability to delete tax returns that you do not need. To delete a return, just click on More Actions, Delete Returns, and we're going to take this last one off. Just click in the box for the return that you want to delete and delete it. And that return is gone. So there's no reason to call CTS and say, I need for you to delete a tax return. You as the office owner or the office manager, you have the ability to delete returns and restore returns yourself. So these are some of the functions. You can move returns, delete returns, restore returns, import returns, resolve import duplicates, export return lists. You can do that under the View More Actions button. So after you have completed your tax return, printed your tax return, and created the e-file, the next step in the process is to e-file the tax return. To do that, you click on e-filing. Then you will click on Submit e-files. And you will see your return that's ready to go in this window. There will be a box over to the left next to the social. You just click that box and you click Continue. It'll take you to another screen, and then on that screen you will click Continue one additional time, and that return will be sent to the filing center and forwarded on to the Internal Revenue Service. On the e-filing button also, there are some other things that you can do. You can print rejected return details, you can view your acknowledgments, and you can clear the send e-files on this page. The next link is to the reports. These are the online reports for the online software, and the list of reports are, you have the 1040 amended return report, outstanding reject report, daily stats report, tax returns created by date and username report, state return detail report, and the TWO stats data report. All of these reports can be created within the tax software. Now to go back to the home page, which is the same name as the dashboard, we just click on Dashboard. That takes us back to the home page. This software is very simple, very easy to use. It just takes some time to get used to using it. If you're not familiar with the software, be sure to watch all of the training videos. They're very informative, and they will assist you during the course of this tax season. Now we will go through some things that can, where you can go in and modify the tax software, add users, create users, delete a user, reset passwords. There's no reason to call CTS and say, one of my employees is locked out, what I need to do. You as the office owner, office manager, you can go in and you can reset that password for your employee. So to do that, from the main dashboard, just click on your name. You get a pop-up to go to Settings. Click on Settings, and we'll go to Manage Users. You have a user that has been locked out because they entered the incorrect password 3 times. All you need to do is go in and click on Reset next to their username, and it will reset that user. Then they can log into the software using their username as the password. That's right, they can log into the software using their username as the password after you have reset that password. Then you as the office owner, office manager, you can also go in and you can assign user roles to those users, and these are a list of the user roles that can be assigned to a user. You can go through the user roles section in the user manual to determine what roles you want your employees to play within your office. But you most definitely have to assign them a user license in order for them to be able to access the software. So even if you create a user and you do not assign a user license, they will not be able to log into the tax software. These are some of the functions, other functions you can do within the manage user section. You can create a new user, add change admin message. You can show the inactive users. You can manage the passwords of your sub offices, disable remote assistance, and you can enable remote assistance, restrict IP addresses. You can mark all users as active, or you can mark all users as inactive. We're going to close out of this screen. The next thing we will go through is the return templates. We have created a base return template for you. When you make your purchase, we create the template. Click on return templates. Now we'll click on the pencil underneath the word edit. And this is the return template. This is the form that will flow to all tax returns that you create, and it can help to eliminate some of the keystrokes as far as entering electronic signature pins, entering your information, your office information onto the tax returns. You put it all into the template and it will populate automatically. So one of the first things we do is we go in and we select bank products and the bank that you are offering bank products through. We enter that information on the template if you're a bank product office. If you're not a bank product office, we'll select e-file only for you. If you are a fee collect or a fee collect PS office, we enter e-file only, and then we enter fee collect. We'll click yes, because your fees will be extracted from your client's tax refunds. If you're offering traditional bank products, we select bank products and the bank, and then the fee collect should always be no, because your fees are extracted using traditional bank products. So if you are with Republic Bank, we select Republic Bank. If you're with TPG, we select TPG. If you're with Refund Advantage, we select Refund Advantage. River City, we select River City. 3Fund, we select 3Fund, and your bank application will load automatically for you. And there's the Republic app over on the left for this office, because this office offers banks products through Republic Bank. So the only thing that you will need to do on your main info sheet the first time you log in would be to go to the bottom and enter your PTN number. That's it. Then you would need to go to your price sheet. And on your price sheet, we have already entered your office name, address, and your office telephone number. So the only thing that you would need to do on your price sheet is to enter your prices. And you would enter your prices in the field that says prepared by you on that side. And then you would come over here and you would enter prices on the forms that say prepared by you. That way, every time you do a tax return, your prices will automatically calculate onto that tax return. After you have entered all of your prices onto the tax defaults template on the price sheet, you will go to the top of the page and you click on Save and Close. Then you would assign that template to all of the users within your office. So you click on Assign. Select your template name from the drop-down menu. Select all of the users and Assign. And you'll get a message that says template assigned successfully. Close. Now you can go back to the dashboard and start doing taxes, and any tax returns that you create after assigning that template will automatically get that new template. So to get to the tax returns, you just click on tax returns and you are ready to go and start preparing taxes. This completes our training session.